Cloud? Mr. Cloud?
Skye Cloud. Skye Cloud. If you just call me my last name, it sounds like a copyright infringement.
What are you wearing?
Dude, I can't see any of your face. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, that's because you can't recognize faces.
Fuck, what?
Because you're autistic. I bet you recognize me from my shoes.
Dude, you're wearing and ones. That's like the Imagine Dragons of
You're the
shoes.
one with the fuzzy hat. Fuzzy? Is that what
Dude,
it's called?
this is my fursuit. It makes me feel more like myself. Okay? It makes me feel more in tune with who I am. I would think that you'd be understanding of that, like, as a
Wouldn't
therapist.
you feel more comfortable in, like, your own skin? You like your own face?
Fuck you.
Oh, fuck you.
Fuck no, fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
I thought you were my
I
therapist.
got bad news. Your card declined.
Oh, shit. Hi guys, my name is Skye. I am back, and today we are talking about a very, very special topic. And when I mean special, I mean special. We're talking about autism. Now, I am autistic, and a lot of other people are also autistic, and a lot of other people don't even know if they're autistic and probably are. And so, hey, I thought I'd talk about it since I struggle with the disorder myself, and a lot of others do as well. I thought we'd just talk about it. I am going to let you know that this isn't going to be like a professional video essay on autism. This is just going to be me going over different experiences I have with autism. Like, I'll list out a symptom that I have and my experiences with that symptom, how it affects my daily life, all that good jazz. But before we get into that, I want to address a couple of things real quick. If you don't want to listen to me ramble, that's the time mark, okay? Now, to address the 3-day break that I took, I know you guys were very worried about me, and I am here to tell you that I'm doing much, much better. Thanks to you guys' comments, thanks to your guys' comments, I'm doing way better than I was. I realized that I wasn't alone in what I struggle with, which I'm going to be talking about today, autism. And yeah, a lot of you kind of related to what I was talking about. One of y'all said that y'all saw it coming, that I was doing this bad mentally. Which, like, how? I thought I had that shit masked like Michael Myers. But, thank you so much for the support. It actually meant a very much lot. And the second thing I'm going to address is you probably are thinking, hey, what did you do? Did you do something really kick ass and break your wrist? No, I just started hurting for no reason. I wish I could say that, I was in like a snowboarding accident or some like really hype shit. But no, I just woke up and it started hurting and it never went away. The pain didn't. Also, look at my little bluey band-aid. My God, can you focus? It's a bluey band-aid. You gotta believe me on that. Anyways, let's get straight into the video. Okay, I know you want to talk about autism. So, my name is Skye. I am 19 years old and I have, I have autism. I don't know how to explain my kind of autism because I've been told 2 different times that 2 different phrases that I've been diagnosed with are just all incorrect. So let me go through the phrases that describe me. First is Asperger's syndrome, okay? I have Asperger's syndrome, but it turns out Asperger, the guy it's named after, is like an I think. So what I was actually officially diagnosed with was high-functioning autism. But then I was told on TikTok that is insensitive to say high functioning. That's insensitive to the lower functioning group to say high and low functioning. And they said it goes from level 1, 2, and 3. So I guess I would be level 1 autistic. I'm assuming I'm autistic level 1, unless 1 is the severe type. I'm assuming it goes from 1, 2, and 3 in severity. But I have Asperger's syndrome / high functioning autism / level 1 autism. Cool. We're all on the same page. Everybody got that terminology because I put all the terminology on the table, bitch. But autism, what does that mean? What does that even, As far as I understand it and what I last read about it, I don't usually read about it because it makes me sad. But what I last saw about it is that it is I forgot the word. Autism is a developmental disorder where you do not develop the correct social skills at the correct age, and you're slowed down in that realm. Kind of like how, people with learning disabilities are slowed down developmentally in that space in their mind. People with autism are slowed down in their social skills part of the brain. I don't know shit about brains. I'm not a psychologist, so I can't tell you what part, but that's what autism is. That's what causes autism. And some people like me are just awkward and have a lot of really weird things and quirks about us, even though it's not a quirk. I want to say that right now. Autism is not a quirk. I will very much be demonstrating that. Autism fucking sucks. But people on the Asperger's, high functioning / level 1 side just have a lot of different things about us that's weird and makes life hard. But on the outside, it seems like we're just awkward. And it goes up to the point where you're just nonverbal and you can't communicate at all. So that developmental, I don't know, nerf, developmental nerf, for lack of a better term, can vary in severity. And fortunately, I am of the higher functioning version, but it still sucks a lot, and I'll be talking about it. But first, I want to talk about a trait that everybody talks about, and that's hyperfixations. I have a lot of hyperfixations. Obviously this, dressing up as a fuzzy animal, video editing. I love video editing. It has been a hyperfixation ever since I started doing it. And by the way, I cannot video edit on one of these. I have a perfectly good computer, but I literally can't use that computer for anything other than watching YouTube and gaming. Because when I edit, I have to do it in a comfortable environment, and every single video you're watching was edited in CapCut. That's why you see like audio clips and stuff like that. It's not the highest level, but that's just how I'm comfortable doing it, and I've developed the skill on that sort. I also have a hyperfixation on Tyler, the Creator. Oh my god, when I saw this image right here from the latest music video, I spent so much time explaining it to my girlfriend. My girlfriend wanted to break up at that moment because I wouldn't shut the fuck up. I have a hyperfixation on bolt nut. I think I've made that obvious. I found a new fixation. I just bought $200+ of skateboard shit for a cruiser setup. I got a creature skate deck that I thought looked really cool and kind of matched my persona, but like not too closely. And I'll make a video tomorrow when it comes in, setting up the whole thing. It'll be point of view, all this shit. I have a GoPro. Look. I have a GoPro I'll do it with. Hype shit, you know? I'm kind of fixated on this game behind me. Enough about fixations. I'll talk all day about whatever fucking fixation. But here's my problem with fixations, because everything has a problem in this little flawed world that we live in. There are a lot of hyperfixations that I'll get, and then they'll just fade away in the span of weeks. And it sucks because I'll find a fixation and I'll be like, I could turn this fixation into a career. Then it'll disappear. Gone. Great example is I was trying to start a car magazine called Lunatics, and it fucking disappeared. I got so much passion for it, and then all the passion disappeared like it was never even there, and I had to discontinue the project, which sucked because I had a lot of car friends that were super into the idea that wanted to collaborate with me, and I just had to shut it down because I just lost all the spirit for it. I just lost all hope for the project in general. I just couldn't work on it anymore. Plus, I didn't really have the means to work on it. And yeah, shit like that. It's really discouraging, and it's scary every time I find something new that I like. I'm always terrified that it'll just go away. Luckily, I do not think this YouTube thing will be going away because I have been doing it for quite some time. Even if it's not furry related, I've been doing YouTube for a good bit, and especially video editing. I love video editing, always have. So I'm not gonna leave. Okay, don't worry, I'm not leaving y'all. Another thing to talk about is the fact that it's a developmental disorder. That means that I develop socially at a slower pace than everyone else, and this has fucked up a lot of things for me, okay? Throughout the entirety of elementary school, I cried like a kindergarten kid at everything. During middle school, I acted like an elementary kid, and I had my middle school emo phase throughout the underclassmen years of high school. And then I had a gender identity crisis on my senior year of high school where I just dramatically changed how my face and my body looked constantly. And it was kind of embarrassing, not because it's embarrassing to express your gender, but I just didn't know what to do with myself, and it was embarrassing to try to change my identity several different times in several different ways. And you know the phase where you're like, oh, I don't know what college to do, but then you usually figure it out. I had that phase after I graduated. I missed out on free college because of my developmental disorder, which is named autism. That's why I said in that one TikTok, hey, I missed out on college because of autism. Because I did. You know, when I figured out what college I could have gone to reasonably and what I could have gone there for, and I could have made money, could have made great money, You know when I figured that out? 2 months ago. I graduated last year. Another great talking point when it comes to autism is the things that it comes attached with. Autism comes with many other side effects. These side effects are fucking incredibly difficult. They're not like, oh, autism kind of gives me a headache sometimes, even though it does. The side effects of autism are depression, severe social anxiety. I'm scared of everyone. You know why I'm scared of everyone? I can't tell what they're thinking the same way that other people can. Facial cues and all that, I can't do it. To have a proper conversation, I have to have it planned out and rehearsed. I can't have conversations on the fly. And all this just makes me incredibly scared of talking to people in the wild unless I know them very closely and very intimately. Also, there are some exceptions where I'll just be randomly okay with some people. I don't know. But I am incredibly scared of everyone. I can't talk to anybody in my workplace, which really sucks because they're all really cool people. And there's a lot of cool people that I really want to talk to. I'm just terrified and I don't know why, and I can't get myself out of that gutter. And that severe social anxiety is a byproduct of my autism. Another byproduct of my autism is ADHD. And oh my god, we could just have several videos talk about ADHD. What could I say about ADHD that you haven't already seen on your TikTok For You page? TikTok itself is like simulated ADHD. I'm getting heated. And that depression that you saw a few days ago where I just sat here and couldn't do it and forced myself to talk on camera, that is a byproduct of autism. Now, can I explain exactly why? No, because I'm autistic. And that goes on to our next point. I don't know how to explain myself. I can't explain any bit of my mental process as an autistic person to anyone, especially trying to differentiate autism from holistic mindset. I have been autistic my whole life. Have I known that my whole life? No, but I've been autistic my whole life. I have no idea what it's like to be holistic. It's like if you've eaten cake all your life and someone's like, oh yeah, what are cupcakes like? I don't know what cupcakes are like in comparison to cake. I've never had one of those. I guess it's easier. All I have when it comes to holistic people is an outside perspective, so I cannot properly explain myself to one because I have no idea what's going on in their little noggin. And it's even harder when I can't even see what's going on their face. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but I can't see in those windows. They're all fogged up. So explaining any of my feelings or what's going on in my head, it's impossible. Impossible, okay? You may be like, hey, Skye, you're doing really good right now. I'm talking to my phone that has me on it on the screen. It's me talking to me. This is me in the mirror, baby. I can talk to myself all day. If I'm looking at you, the actual person behind the screen, and you're like, hey, Skye, what are you thinking about? I'm either gonna go, or I'm gonna talk about some weird shit, like how Tyler, the Creator's Igor damn near changed my life. Oh, it's hot in here. Oh, another thing, this little rant that I'm doing here, I'm kind of lucky that I hit a rant because that's another byproduct of autism. I'll just rant. I rant. That's what I do on every video. I do not script a single video. That skit that you saw in front of this video, that is the only time I've ever scripted anything in a video ever in my life. And it's probably one of the few times I'll ever script anything. I don't script my videos. I literally just talk in a rant and hope that it's coherent. That's why in front of every video I'm like, sorry guys, this probably isn't coherent. Because I'm not coherent! Yeah, Autism is not a joke. It's very difficult to deal with. And I wish I could see into the eyes of a person and understand them the same way that any other normal person can. And the most frustrating thing about it is I can't help it, but oh my god, guess whose storage got full randomly? Okay, I was on a rant about something, but I kind of forgot. I think I can complete my thought though. The point I was trying to make is that subconsciously holistic people, when confronted with an autistic person, will just subconsciously separate themselves from it. Neurotypicals hate neurodivergence, but it's a subliminal thing. They can't control it, and it's just natural for them to avoid something that's different and that's not very understandable to them. And so that makes connecting with any person more difficult because you just get separated and alienated immediately. It's very sad to see, especially with people that have it much worse than me. I just feel sorry for everyone that happens to suffer from the same thing that I do. Because you just immediately get shunned and no one really likes you. You know, going through school, everyone hated me and I couldn't point out why. I was super nice. I was super friendly. I tried to crack jokes, and when I did crack jokes, people laughed. People just didn't like me at all. I was bullied a lot because I'm different. I think of things differently. I communicate differently, and I struggle in that sense. I'm really good at math, and I don't know why, but I can't write an essay because it makes me panic. And I talk to people weird, and it's very difficult. Also, another thing that I forgot to mention because I reminded myself of it. There's this thing where I can hear someone perfectly well, crystal clear, but I can't understand what they're saying, and I have to listen to it a second or third time, and it happens so often. There's another reason people dislike me a lot, I would think. But as an autistic person, you are kind of shoved away, and it was very difficult for me, and I just assumed everyone hated me. I mean, as an autistic person, I will take everything to heart, and you can imagine how broken my heart was when no matter what I tried, and no matter how much I trained myself to be a likable person, no one liked me. But I'm much better now, finding people that are similar to me. There's a lot of my kind, I think, in the furry community, and I'm having a lot of fun in the community. I'm finding people that have similar interests to me, similar struggles to me, and the more time I have with myself and with my condition, that's more time for me to learn about it and for me to cope and find loopholes and ways to interact with normal human beings. I'm starting to feel comfortable with myself again. There was a time where I was comfortable with myself, but I just didn't understand why people didn't like me. Then when I heard from parents that I might be autistic, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror because it was terrifying and it made way too much sense. But I'm finally getting back to a point where I accept myself, and I accept myself as this being my normal. This might not be everybody's normal, and it might be a very different experience for me to go through, but this is my normal and this is my everyday life, and I will persevere. Is that the word? And I just think that's the correct way of going about it. You're born autistic, and there is no cure for being autistic. There just isn't. It's a disorder. No amount of pills ever helped me become less autistic. And I'm just really enjoying blossoming into who I truly am. I'm accepting myself again, and I'm starting to love myself again. And that includes loving the autistic part of me, because that's me. That is what's normal to me, and that's what's beautiful about me and my experience. I'm doing much better than I was, and yeah, love yourself. And if you are concerned that you might be on the autistic spectrum, please go straight to a medical professional, whether that be a psychologist or a therapist or just a doctor. Go to someone that specializes in the area, get tested, and yeah, I really wish you guys the best. I'm glad to be back, and tomorrow I'll probably have a skateboard video for you because that's my new Hyperfixation. It'll be a cruiser build, so I'm not going to be like Tony Hawking in this bitch. Really, thank you guys so much for the support. I can't thank you enough. I love you guys deeply within my heart. I love you guys so much. And I will see you guys later. Ciao.